Okay, friends, so this is day 5 of our journey, and of 2024 of our journey for our adoption. So just to catch you up, we are adopting 2 little girls from Liberia, and if you can subscribe on this channel or and share it with your family and friends, we are just taking everybody through this. There's a lot of things about international adoption that people don't know, and even if you're not going to adopt internationally and you don't know anyone that's ever been adopted internationally and it's just not on your radar, as American taxpayers, we have some things to tell you about your tax dollars and where they're going. Today we dropped our kids off at soccer camp. It's the last day of soccer camp, so we've kind of had a little extra time to do stuff this week. We have to get our fingerprinting redone because we have to have an emergency home study update because we have an expiration date coming up for our I-600A application, which is like our international permission from the U.S. Immigration Office to adopt just someone from Liberia. We're still waiting on Liberia to give us paperwork and allow us to make a court date for our children's adoption in Liberia, and we're also hearing that the U.S. Embassy is putting a lot of pressure on the Liberian government. They're making them redo a lot of their investigations, so they're kind of delaying things. And then once we get the Liberia side done, we have to live in country until the U.S. Embassy gives us exit visas, basically immigration visas for our children. So we have decided, we talked to our orphanage director this week, and decided that we wanted to just go visit them and hope for the best. He is going to visit himself, so he's going to knock down some things, hopefully get some conflicts resolved and some paperwork done and try to figure out what's slowing everything down. There are 38 kids in that orphanage with our children. I usually have more like 25, so they're maxed out right now. 38 kids. There's 7 families in the same holding pattern we are in. Most of them are adopting multiple kids, not just one. We're adopting 2 little girls. They're 6 and 7, and they're precious. If you want to give a tax-deductible donation to our adoption, you can click on the link below where our crowdfunding site is and do that. But today we're getting fingerprinting. We also need passport photos for our travel visas. We have to buy our plane tickets to go visit. We have to apply for travel visas, and we have to mail off our passport to the U.S. government, to the Washington, D.C., right, babe? To the Liberian Embassy. Liberian Embassy in D.C., to get permission to have tourist visas, and those last a year, and we pay $160 a person each time we do that. And of course we're taking our children with us because this is kind of a family journey for us, so we're not going to leave them here. They're kind of too young to leave here, and they're homeschooled, so we got to keep their education going too. So that's that. So we're about to go in and pay we already paid it online, $110 in total, so $55 a piece, and then we have to contact our local law enforcement. So I talked about that a lot in yesterday's video, so I won't belabor that point anymore. We are also looking at videos on how people pack, because we can take 1 suitcase apiece, 50 pounds or less, and then we can take 1 personal item and 1 carry-on. And of course my kids are like, I'm taking 20 toys, and I'm like, no you're not. So there's that. And we're going to visit friends in Tennessee soon because my dear friend Devin has agreed to babysit our dog, which we're going to do like a trial run and make sure he doesn't eat anything important to her or run away while we're there. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll go well. I feel like even if he's a complete jerk, she'd probably still make it work, even if she kept him locked up the whole time. My kids love this dog. We haven't had him very long. He is not Rocky, our old lab, but that's neither here nor there, because we have no idea how long we'll be gone. We're going to plan on being in Africa for 3 weeks this time. We're going to hope we get a lot done. If we're able to get some paperwork done, we'll extend our stay and stay longer. So yeah. So what else?
So we get fingerprinted.
Yeah. Well, we're eating breakfast first. I have 10 minutes to eat my bagel. Yeah, and Jeremy's coffee maker broke. Like his coffee pot died like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, Amazon says they can bring me one between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow. Do you want to order it for you? And he was like, yeah, let's do that. And now
it's been 2 days.
It's been 2 days, and Jeremy's like not verbal before 10 a.m. without coffee. So like asking him to wake up at 7 and do and he doesn't necessarily, we both don't have to wake up at 7 and take the kids to soccer camp, but we've had so many other things to do, we have to do it. And if you're local, go on and bring us some more clothes, because we're going to have a pickup probably Monday or Tuesday of our fill the box load, and we're kind of splitting this one between a church thing in our but we have all these clothes like piling up in our garage, and we're afraid that it's going to bust at the seams, so we need to unload that. We get 20 cents a pound for those textiles that we're recycling, and thank you to everyone locally who's been leaving stuff in my driveway. I really appreciate it. So, and if you work with me and you want to pick up a shift, I need to give away 4 shifts. So
yeah, thanks for that.
And I don't know, I feel like I don't know, today's kind of a crazy day because we have so many things moving now. We've done this before with the fingerprinting, so we're kind of repeating everything. Just as a heads up, when you get your passport photos done, when you need to get a passport and you're internationally adopting, and they say, do you want an extra photo? Yeah, you want 4. You can buy them in packs of 2 or 4. But you need 4 because, well, I mean, you need 3, but of course it's kind of like hot dogs and hot dog buns. They can't just make it what you need. But you can either get 2 or 4. And you have to get a white background, a little square. Because you're going to need to mail 2 for your visa after you have your passport. So you need your passport photo, and you need 2 more to mail for your visa. So we have 1 extra from when we got our passports, because they were like, oh, you get to get 2 or 4, which one do you want? I'm like, 2 please, cheap as possible, but like I really needed 4. So now I'm gonna have to do my passport photos here and pay probably $20 or whatever, and then I bring my kids back and line them up and get their passport photos done. And the funniest part is our youngest, so she's 7, trying to get her not to smile for a passport photo is like an act of God. She's like, this is what she looks like.
We're like, don't smile.
It's hysterical. So that'll be fun. So, all right. Well, you guys have a good weekend. Think about us on this journey while we try to purchase all these things. So I didn't even think about that on the cost. I haven't even looked to see. I'll let you guys know, because we were up to $1,320.64 yesterday for just our emergency home study update. But now we're getting into like getting our visa and stuff. So we're adding more money to that, because our visas are $800 total plus the passport photos. So we'll probably get closer to $900, and then we have to do the like overnight. We have to mail it overnight, so that we'll probably get close to $1,000.
You have to mail a self-addressed envelope that's overnighted.
That's tracked, and then do you have to insure
Tracking
it?
priority. Overnight.
How do you insure your passport? Do you ever want to use a safe word and say I'm not comfortable with this?
No, I will not.
Mailing your passport through the mail just sounds risky.
Seems like an open to identity.
Like, what happens if they lose it? You know?
I guess you got to get another one.
Does it go through FedEx, or does it go through like the U.S. Post Office? I prefer FedEx, because FedEx has really rocked it in getting stuff to Liberia that I send to my kids.
It says you can use any of them, like UPS, FedEx.
I feel more comfortable with FedEx. UPS too, but FedEx, they've really earned my love.
Not USPS though.
They make me nervous. You know, but like our mailman, he used to kind of make me mad because he never set stuff like in the box. Like I have a box, like a big, it's not like a cardboard box, it's like a resin, like nice. Cause like my friend at work, I was like, man, my stuff keeps getting wet, because the mailman puts it right next to like where the water runs off. It looks like it should go there, but it doesn't. I have this big thing, put a sign on the door. Didn't really help. So I got this resin box, and I was like, oh, they'll put it in the box. But like he doesn't. He never put it in the box, and I was like, you know what? And he never knocked on our door. Like we got something we had to sign for, never knocked on our door. And it made me sad. But then we were doing like our textile and shoes and clothes donations, and he brought us like bags of shoes, and I was like, oh, redeemed. Mailman. No, I love him. I think he's great, because he brought us fundraising stuff. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. We'll see you tomorrow.